Hello guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Math with Gustavus. In this lesson, we'll be adding decimals. Whenever you're adding decimals, there are 3 steps that I'm recommending. Step 1, you line up decimal points. Step 2, you fill in zeros as placeholders where necessary. And step 3, you add as usual. That is, you add as if you were adding whole numbers. Let's jump right into some examples. Example 1, we have 0.368 plus 0.983. So the first step is to line up decimal points. So let's do that. Zero 0.368. Then we line up decimal points. So that will be 0.983. Now we check to see if we can add in 0 if necessary, but none is needed. So we just jump to step 3, which is add as usual. So we're going to add 8 plus a 3. 8 plus 3, that will give us 11. That's 1. Carry the 1. Then 6 plus 8, that is 14, plus 1, 15. Put down the 5, carry the 1. Then 3 plus 9, that's 12, plus 1, 13. Put down the 3, carry the 1. Then we put back our decimal point. Afterwards, we add 1 plus 0 plus 0, which is 1. So our answer for the first one is 1.351. Pretty simple, right? Cool. So let's jump right into our second example. Our second example is 11.37 plus 5.79. So let's write back 11.37. Then we align decimal points. We line up decimal points. Then we write 5.79. After we have lined up decimal points, we can add zeros where necessary. So we can add a 0 right here. And then afterwards, we add as usual. So it's 9 plus 7. That will give us 16. Put on the 6, carry the 1. Then 7 plus 3 plus 1, that's 11. We put down the 1. And then carry the 1. Then we put back our decimal point. Then we add 5 plus 1, that's 6 plus 1, 7. And then we add 1 to 0, which will give us back 1. So the answer for the second example is 17.16. Now let's look at a third example. The third example is 514.2 plus 13.97. So the first step is to line up our decimal point. So that is 514.2. Then we line up our decimal points as the first thing. Then we put 13.97. After we have lined up our decimal point, the second step is to add zeros where necessary as placeholders. So we can add a 0 right there, and we can also add a 0 right there as placeholders. After we have done our second step, the third step is to add as usual. So let's do that. 7 plus 0, that will give us 7. Then 9 plus 2, that will give us 11. So we put down our 1, and then carry back our 1 right there. Then 3 plus 4, that's 7, plus 1, that's 8. We put back our decimal point as well. And then we add 1 plus 1, which is 2. And then 5 plus 0, which is 5. So our answer for the second one is, for number 3 rather, is 528.17. Let's look at a fourth example. For the fourth example, we have 3 numbers here that we're adding. We're adding 857.3 plus 63.32 plus 1.27. So the first step is to line up our decimal point. So let's do that. So it's 857.3. Line up our decimal point. So that's 63.32. And again, line up our decimal point. So that's 127. Good. So we have lined up our decimal points correctly. The next step is to fill in zeros where necessary. So we can put a 0 right there. We can put a 0 right here. We can put 1 right there. And we can also put 1 right there. After we have done that, let's add as usual. So let's add the one furthest to the right first. So it's 2 plus 7, that will give us 9. Then 3 plus 3 plus 2, that will give us 8. And then 7 plus 3 plus 1, that will give us 11. And then we carry back our 1 right there. Then 5 plus 6 plus 1, that will give us 12. So we put our 2 and carry our 1. And then 1 plus 8, that will definitely give us 9. So our answer to our fourth one is 921.8. 9. Guys, you have done well in following these examples. There's an activity that I want you to complete and post in the comment section. So I want you to add 5,755.6 plus 45.457. When you have done that, kindly share your answers in the comment section. And remember, guys, kindly share with friends, family members, colleagues, students, everyone. And encourage them to come over to this channel, Math with Gustavus. Thank you very much for viewing, and see you guys soon.